You did it this morning, maybe before you even got out of bed. You picked up your phone, scrolled for 30 seconds, and felt something shift. Not happiness. Not sadness. A small, quiet pull in your chest that whispered, "Their life looks better than mine." And here's the strange part. That feeling is not a flaw. It is ancient, wired so deep into your brain that no amount of therapy or willpower will ever fully switch it off, because that feeling kept your ancestors alive. Social comparison is not something that happens to you. It is something you were built to do. Go back 300,000 years. Your earliest ancestors lived in small bands of roughly 25 to 150 people. No cities, no strangers, just your group, the same faces, every day of your life. In that world, your survival didn't depend on how smart you were in isolation. It depended on where you stood in the group. Were you getting enough food? Were you respected? Status wasn't vanity. Status was survival. So your brain evolved a system, a constant automatic scanner that tracked one thing obsessively. How am I doing compared to the people around me? Not by some fixed standard, relative to them, right now. Psychologist Leon Festinger formulated social comparison theory in 1954. His core insight was simple but radical. Human beings have a fundamental drive to evaluate their opinions and abilities, and when there's no objective standard, they compare themselves to other people. Not because they choose to, because that is how the brain solves the problem of self-assessment. Your brain has no internal ruler. It measures your worth by looking sideways. In a small ancestral band, this made perfect sense. Comparing yourself to your neighbor gave you real, useful data. It told you if you were falling behind. It motivated you to close the gap. The brain was doing exactly what it was designed to do. But then something happened. Not in your brain. In the world. For almost all of human history, your comparison group was fixed. 150 people. You knew everything about them. Then came cities, mass media, television, the internet, smartphones. Then an infinite scroll of every human being on Earth showing you their highlights, their bodies, their success. Your brain did not evolve for this. It was built for 150 people. Now it has 8 billion, so it does what it always did. It compares. Automatically. Constantly. Involuntarily. The same ancient circuit that once told your ancestor, "You are falling behind, work harder," now fires every time you see someone else's promotion or perfect body or vacation photos. The mechanism is identical, only the inputs have become impossible. Researcher Ethan Cross at the University of Michigan found that passive social media scrolling, watching other people's lives without real interaction, triggers the comparison circuit without any of the social bonding that would have followed in an ancestral group. You get the status threat without the belonging, the anxiety without the connection, and because the feed never ends, the comparison never ends either. But here's what the research also shows. The comparison instinct responds to framing. Studies on temporal self-comparison, comparing yourself to your own past self rather than to others, show measurable reductions in anxiety and real increases in motivation. Your brain can run the comparison circuit internally. You from a year ago versus you today, not them versus you. You versus you. That is not a trick. That is exactly what the brain was trying to do all along. Detect progress, close gaps, calibrate your position, give it a gap it can actually measure against a version of yourself that actually exists, and the same ancient machinery starts working for you instead of against you. Tonight you'll scroll. The circuit will fire. Some face, some life, some curated snapshot will trigger that old pull in your chest, and when it does, you can know something your ancestors never could. The voice that says they have more than you is not the voice of truth. It is a survival system built for a world of 150 people, trying to navigate a world of 8 billion. It kept your bloodline alive across 300,000 years of uncertainty. It just wasn't built for this, and neither entirely were you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a blessed day.